Don't look surprised. That's your car, Professor Drake. It's been somewhat altered for a purpose. That won't help. Each door is automatically locked. Relax, Professor. I'll do the driving. Your car is under my direct control. You can't see me, but I can see you from my remote point. Wait, Professor Millard. You've been working too hard. Life isn't worth it. Your life. Remember poor Professor Drake and Kenyon and Bennett? The papers said their deaths were accidental. But you didn't believe that, did you? You've begun to suspect more than is good for you. Or for me. Now we shall see what the papers say about your death.
Nothing could be salvaged. Science Associates has had to start again from scratch. As you can see, Miss Thomas, we've set up a temporary laboratory here in the conference room.
But what could have caused the disaster?
An unavoidable accident. Unfortunately, no trace was found of Professor Millard, who was working in the building on a supersonic experimental test at the time. That is about all we can tell you.
Can or dare?
I've given you facts.
You also gave me the facts on Professor Drake's death. As publicity director for Science Associates, you've done a good press job, Mr. Winslow, but aren't these accidents occurring rather frequently?
This is a scientific experimental project. There is always an element of danger.
As well as sabotage?
Now you're being melodramatic.
No, realistic. If any outside source is suspected of being behind these misfortunes, Science Data magazine would appreciate having that information.
Spoken like a true reporter, Miss Thomas. But Science Associates is a too isolated and unpublicized project to attract sabotage.
And Jeff King ought to know. As our rocket propulsion expert, he'd be among the first to come in contact with any outside interference.
Well, perhaps some of your other members could give me additional information?
Information is something we discuss in private sessions, Miss Thomas. However, I can supply names of those comprising our group. That's Professor Bryant, formerly head of Technical Research University, specializes in metallurgy. Martin Conway, atomic expert and senior member of Science Associates. Dr. Grafner, aerodynamic wizard, and Gunther von Strum, authority on nuclear fission.
That's quite a collection of brains.
And now...
Thank you for the interview. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, Miss Thomas.
I'll see you soon.
As soon as there are any new developments.
Thanks again, Mr. Winslow.
Goodbye, Miss Thomas.
The meeting is called to order, gentlemen. As you know, we must select someone to continue the late Professor Millard's experiments.
Why? In my opinion, Millard had become a visionary with fantastic ideas. Mad dreams of developing flying suits to change men into human rockets.
A victim of overwork.
Yes, it must have unbalanced him. His weird experiments cost him his life, and us our laboratory.
No, not so fast, gentlemen. There is a possibility that Professor Millard knew something about Drake's death, but he wasn't satisfied with the theory of accident, and neither am I.
I agree. The day before that lab explosion, Professor Millard hinted that he was close to naming someone who calls himself Dr. Vulcan. Millard believed this person was guilty of stealing secrets from Science Associates and was responsible for Drake's death.
Are you suggesting that one of us is a murderer?
I'm merely repeating Professor Millard's words.
You seem to be better informed than the rest of us, Jeff. Suppose you investigate the matter for us. In a special capacity. in order to protect our persons and our interests. Agreed, gentlemen?
Yes. The new controlled rocket we'll soon be testing. It's part of our interest. Safeguarding that can be Jeff's first job.
All right, gentlemen, I accept. I'll arrange for the secret transportation of the guided missile to the testing grounds.
Well, if there's nothing more at the moment, I move that this session adjourn.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.
This waiting around gets me jumpy. I'm going out and get some fresh air.
You'll stay put until we get our orders.
Acting a little scared of somebody we've never seen. Aren't you, Durkin?
I'm not scared. I just aim to please.
Yeah, aiming to please a voice. A voice behind a door, over a radio, or on the telephone. I'd like to see who I'm dealing with.
Maybe I have seen him. Right now, the important thing is to grab that pot of gold at the end of this rainbow.
Wonder what Dr. Vulcan's angle really is.
Those scientists out on the desert are working on newfangled flying missiles and trick jet planes. Certain foreign governments might pay plenty for that kind of stuff.
If Dr. Vulcan can get his hands on it.
Maybe that's why he's got us working for him. Durkin speaking.
I have a job for you. Do you know Professor Jeffrey King when you see him?
Sure. What about him?
He has convinced science associates that Millard and Drake, at least, did not die because of accidents.
You think he knows anything or just guessing?
That's what I must find out. If he has any evidence against us, it's probably hidden in the conference room. Tonight, I want you to go there and search.
Find anything?
Sure, a mess of books and a lot of scientific hoopla. Nothing we can use.
We ain't finished yet.
We better be in case King shows up.
Why worry about him? Those professor types are all brains and no brawn.
What are you doing here?
Just browsing.
Whatever you're browsing for, you apparently didn't find. Who sent you here?
That's our business.
Am I making it my business? Professor Millard.
Here I am, Jeff.
What's the idea?
Well, I heard someone coming, and I can't risk being discovered by uninvited guests.
Oh, I see. By the way, I found a couple of uninvited guests last night in the conference room.
Oh? Who were they?
I don't know. But I think they were two of Vulcan's little helpers. From now on, that project will be guarded.
So you've been singled out as Vulcan's next victim.
Not necessarily. Vulcan may have believed we had some evidence against him and sent the men to look for it.
I hope you're right. Jeff, I'm not going to stay here any longer. I'm sure I can unmask Dr. Vulcan if I go back to...
Now, wait a minute, Professor. We've been all over that before. Vulcan nearly succeeded in killing you in that laboratory explosion, remember?
Of course. It was only your quick thinking that saved me.
Well, next time we may not be so lucky. If you want to live, Professor, for the time being, you'll have to remain dead.
You're right. But there's so much work to do.
Yes, and all the time, space, and equipment with which to do it.
You're right. That reminds me. I've completed the rocket suit.
Good.
Well, what's so amusing?
I was thinking how astonished Professor Graffner will be when he sees this. You know, he was convinced you were insane to try to build an atomic-powered rocket suit. And I guess he thought I was even crazier for helping you.
Well, here it is. I hope it works.
We'll soon know. I'll take it with me and test it for you.
Well, stay close to the ground for the first few flights. There still may be a few adjustments to be made.
Right. By the way, the professor's elected me to move the new rocket to the proving grounds for testing.
Oh, well, be careful, Jeff. That's the kind of thing that Dr. Vulcan could sell to a foreign nation for a fortune.
Yes, if personal gain is the motive behind Vulcan, but we're not sure of that. In any event, I've had the demonstration model loaded aboard an unmarked truck. It's being kept under armed guard in a small warehouse in town. I feel sure Dr. Vulcan has no idea where it is.
I hope you're right.
I'll let you know about the tests. How's everything?
Just fine. Truck's ready and waiting for you.
Good.
Get that truck.
This is Jeff's car. Something must be wrong.
Yes. What's that?
What's that? What's going on back there?
Torpedo lands in any populated area, you'll be guilty of mass murder.
Fortunately, the misguided interceptor torpedo was exploded, presumably by the Rocket Man, popular name given the sensational phenomenon observed in the skies over this vicinity yesterday. The question arises, is the strange human-like object a visitor from another planet? Or, as seems more likely, does it represent an effort to overcome the evil that has been threatening science associates?
Dr. Vulcan should suspect that you're a rocket man, your life would be in as much danger as mine was before you brought me here.
Well, let's hope I can get the jump on him. At least we can now assume that Dr. Vulcan is a member of Science Associates.
Yes. It was only members of that group that knew enough about the secret rocket to arrange its theft.
And Vulcan, whoever he is, will be most curious about the identity of Rocket Man. Well, I'll try to spot him when I go to the lab for the meeting today.
Be careful, Jeff.
I will. So long.
Goodbye.
Bert Winslow described the sound of flight as resembling that of Millard's experiments in sonic propulsion.
Yes, but no trace of Millard or his experiments were found after the explosion in the laboratory.
And you, King, were the only one of us who believed Professor Millard's theories of sonic propulsion practical.
Are you intimating that I might be the mysterious Rocket Man, gentlemen?
Not necessarily, but you worked with Millard.
Yes, Bert. What is it?
Glenda Thomas just called. She snapped a picture of the rocket man in flight and has developed a good negative.
Picture of the Rocket Man? Does it show who it is?
No, the negative is too small for purposes of identification. Shall I give her permission to release it for publication?
No, it's too dangerous.
Dr. Graffner's right. As committee investigator, I should make a study of the negative.
By all means, it might contain a valuable clue to the secret of construction.
If the photograph is of any value to us, either for identification of the mysterious Rocket Man or the method of flight, I'll report on it. Haven't you anything to say, Professor Conway?
No, I'm in agreement. We'll adjourn until we can have your report.
Where is the photograph, Bert?
Miss Thomas told me I could pick her up at the press club and see the negative in her apartment.
Good. I'll meet you there at 2 o'clock.
Right.
Durkin, I think we may be able to stop Rocket Man from any further interference with our plans. There's a picture of him in flight.
Glenda Thomas, apartment 15, Piedmont Arms.
Right. I'll find that negative before Jeff King gets there. Someone's coming. Inside, fast.
Come on in. Make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Actually, I doubt if the negative will be of any help to Science Associates.
Maybe you're right, but Jeff will know. He should be here any minute.
Dawson, 83469. I don't think the telephone bell is working. Will you test it? I'll hang up. Hello? Yes, operator. It's ringing now.
Hello? Yes, this is Glenda Thomas.
This is Jeff King. I've been unavoidably detained here at the laboratory. Is it possible for you to bring that negative down here?
Of course. See you in a little while. Jeff King wants us to bring the film to the laboratory.
He's probably busy with an experiment.
Yes, operator, it's ringing now.
Hello? Yes, this is Glenda Thomas.
This is Jeff King. I've been unavoidably detained here at the laboratory. Is it possible for you to bring that negative down here?
Of course. See you in a little while. Jeff King wants us to bring the film to the laboratory.
He's probably busy with an experiment.
My boss would have paid me a pretty bonus for this little gem.
And mine will, lady. Thanks for finding it for me.
Got away with that film. Glenda's trailing him. They must have headed for the Ridge Road.
Dr. Vulcan. Durkin calling Dr. Vulcan.
Vulcan speaking. Did you get the film?
Yes, shall I bring it to you now?
Where are you?
On the ridge route approaching Coldwater Junction.
Stand by. See if you're in the clear.
Right.
I think you're being trailed, Durkin. Look behind you. Recognize that car?
Looks like a car that was parked in front of the dame's apartment house.
All right, I'll handle it by remote control. Come on in.
Right. Switching off.
Man. You know, at first I thought you were an invader from some other planet. But it's plain to see you're human, and you've made a great scientific discovery. I'd like to write an article about you for my magazine.
I'm sorry, that's impossible.
But I don't see why. If you're on the side of law and order, you shouldn't object to the public knowing about you.
My goal is to put an end to the activities of the mysterious person who is operating against the national safety. And you can help.
How?
By not publicizing the Rocket Man for the time being. There's too much at stake. The intercity bus runs along this route. There ought to be one along in a few minutes that'll take you back to town.
All right. Thanks again, Rocket Man.
So even though Glenn had tried to help, Vulcan's men got away with a negative of her snapshot.
But even if they enlarge the negative, they can't identify you as Rocket Man. After all, your face is covered.
I know that. But the rocket suit will be identified as the one you were perfecting before the lab explosion. It's a matter of record that I was helping you. The natural assumption will be that either you're still alive and the mysterious Rocket Man, or I am. In that case, I'd be forced to leave Science Associates and go into hiding just as you're doing.
Well, that hasn't hurt my work. It would be a pleasure to have you join me.
I'd like to do that. But we must remember that as long as I can maintain my position with the group, there's a chance of finding out who Dr. Vulcan is.
You're right. What good is any of our research as long as this sabotage continues? Vital secrets are stolen, and the lives of our colleagues endangered. Your identity as the Rocket Man must not be disclosed.
So you can see how important it is to keep Vulcan's men from enlarging that negative.
Have you considered any possible ways you can do that?
Yes. The key lies in duplicating the negative on a fine-grained film. And for the type of enlargement they'll need, only Micro 247 can be used.
I don't see how that helps you any.
Micro 247 is made only by microphotochemists. I'll get them to stop all sales.
Good. But isn't there a supply kept in Science Associate Lab? And if you suspect anyone...
Yes, we use it from time to time in experiments. And that's exactly my point.
Yeah. All right, then. Thanks. No soap, Durkin. I've tried every photo studio in town that could possibly handle that sort of film. And it's scarcer than bathing suits at the North Pole.
There's no other outfit besides Microchemist that makes it?
Well, not out here. I could get some back east, though.
This can't wait. And as long as Microchemist won't sell, I figure the best thing is to break in there tonight.
No. It might have been planned that way to draw us into a trap.
Then maybe you've got another answer.
I think so. There's a small supply of the film at Science Associates. Be at the North Gate at 9 o'clock.
What about getting in?
I said be there at 9. The gate will be open, and from there on you will...
Here it is.
Don't move. Now, Durkin, who paved the way for you to get in here?
I find my way around pretty well without anybody's help.
Oh, if that's how you feel, you'll find your way to police headquarters with my help. I'll take this first, if you don't mind.
that Micro 247 film.
Good. Now we can go to work.
What do you keep it so hot for in here? Let's open a window.
Cut it out. I gotta keep a high temperature control.
Oh, stop dramatizing. This gonna take long?
Oh, about 10 minutes. I got everything set.
Good. I'm going outside to cool off. Call me when you're ready.
All right, it'll only be a few minutes longer.
Okay, King. How did you get here?
Hadn't you heard? I'm Rocket Man.
Sure. And I'm the King of Siam. Inside.
know, it's strange how Durkin and his pal got in here. I've checked the doors and the windows, and there's no signs of tampering.
Somebody inside conveniently set the stage for them. They opened that door with a key.
If Professor Millard was alive, he'd have said that. He was sure that Dr. Vulcan is a member of Science Associates.
And now I'm sure. Outside of ourselves, we have 4 likely candidates. Professors Bryant, Conway, Graffner, or von Strum. Determine who among them arranged for Durkin's visit, and I think we'll have found Dr. Vulcan.
That's a large order, Jeff.
I wonder. Something happened here this evening that may tell us who Vulcan really is. As you know, I was sure Vulcan's men would try to get our supply of microfilm. When I knew they were inside, I slipped up on them. Don't move. Now, Durkin, who paved the way for you to get in here?
I find my way around pretty well without anybody's help.
Oh. If that's how you feel, you'll find your way into police headquarters with my help. I'll take this first, if you don't mind. Durkin had an inside confederate. A confederate who wore a distinctive signet ring. A ring I can't possibly fail to recognize if I ever see it again.
Well, your chance may come at tomorrow's general meeting.
It may at that. Let's go. Hello, Bert.
Good morning, General.
Good morning.
Gentlemen, Jeff King has a request to make.
Thank you. As you know, a theft occurred here last night, which appears to have been an inside job. And just to dispel any possible doubts, I'm going to ask a favor. Will you all be kind enough to place your hands, palms down, on the table?
That's a strange request.
Oh, I don't understand. Obviously, we're under suspicion.
What are you trying to prove, Jeff?
I'm only trying to clear up something that's been bothering me. I'm looking for a man who displayed an unusual trademark last night. He made the mistake of wearing an intricately designed ring that definitely incriminates him. And you are that man, Professor Conway.
I? There must be some mistake.
That's your ring, isn't it?
Yes, but...
And you wore it last night when you conveniently turned the lights out in this room, didn't you?
Are you trying to insinuate that...
There's no use denying it. I'd recognize that ring any place.
Perhaps you'd recognize this. I was warned about you, King. You've got to blame somebody for what happened around here. But you're not going to make me your scapegoat.
Put that gun away.
Don't move. Any of you.
Yes?
Conway speaking. I had to call you at that special number you gave me. You saw what happened at the conference meeting.
Certainly. I warned you that Jeff King would try to implicate one of us.
But he's making a terrible mistake. Maybe if I went to him and pleaded for...
Do you think he'd believe you? No, Martin. Once King gets his clutches on you, you're finished.
Then you've got to make him understand. There must be something you can do.
There is. Remember our pact to help each other if an emergency like this ever arose?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Well, I haven't forgotten it either. I've a friend living in town at the Hotel Mesa. He'll hide you until this affair is settled. Go there at once.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I'm Professor Conway.
Won't you come in?
Thank you. I was sent here by...
Yes, I know.
I've been through a terrible ordeal.
So I've heard. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Up there. At the desk.
What's that for?
You're going to write a confession, taking the rap for everything that's happened at Science Associates.
I am? Oh, there must be some mistake. I thought you were a friend of...
Sure. That's why you're here. Now get busy on that confession.
You must be mad. I can't do that.
Does this change your mind? Start writing. I'll tell you what to say.
Professor Conway simply can't be Dr. Vulcan.
He's got to be. Once I get a police report on his whereabouts, I'll prove it.
Hey, Jeff. The police just located Conway's car parked in an alley alongside the Hotel Mesa.
Maybe it was just abandoned there.
I don't think so. A plainclothesman checked on every resident. A man answering Durkin's description occupies a top-floor room.
There's your proof. Durkin and Vulcan go together like ham and eggs. This is a chance to nab both of them.
A story for me. Let's go.
Glenda, I've asked the police to keep hands off so that Conway's suspicions won't be aroused. Now I'm asking you. Stay here with Bert.
We understand. It is better that you do the job alone.
Thanks.
Martin Conway am also guilty of
Am I glad you're here? This man was trying to make me write a false confession, implicating myself as Dr. Vulcan.
That ring you're wearing is confession enough.
How can I make you believe and understand me? This is a fraternity ring, worn by the members of a secret scientific club. There are many of them in existence.
But yours is the only one at Science Associates.
No. No, there's one other member of the Associates that wears an identical ring.
Who is that man?
Why, it's... am I glad you're here. This man was trying to make me write a false confession, implicating myself as Dr. Vulcan.
That ring you're wearing is confession enough.
How can I make you believe and understand me? This is a fraternity ring, worn by the members of a secret scientific club. There are many of them in existence.
But yours is the only one at Science Associates.
No, there's one other member of the Associates that wears an identical ring.
Who is that man?
Why, it's...
I can't understand it. I never noticed Conway wearing the ring you say you saw on Vulcan's hand.
I don't think that was a coincidence. Vulcan planted it on Conway before our last conference.
Then Vulcan had to know that you'd be looking for that particular ring at the meeting where you planned to confront him.
Apparently. I only told Bert Winslow.
Winslow?
Well, I've always considered Winslow above suspicion, Professor, but Vulcan invariably seems to learn of my plans. I think I'll go back to the laboratory now and see if I can find out how he does it.
Well, good luck, Jeff.
A half-finished confession of guilt for all the crimes against Science Associates was found in the dead man's room. Police, therefore, are convinced that Professor Conway was a murderer and saboteur in the pay of an unfriendly power.
That doesn't make sense, Bert. Even an absent-minded professor would finish his suicide note before killing himself.
You think someone else did it?
Yes. The real Dr. Vulcan. It just occurred to me that we've been overlooking the most logical suspect. Jeff King himself.
Jeff? Don't be ridiculous.
Now listen. He's the only one besides us who knew where Conway was hiding. And it's obvious Conway's murder was designed to leave Vulcan free to make his next move unhampered by suspicion and vigilance. Jeff could have planted that ring on Conway before your meeting.
But if that was Jeff's plan, why would he let me in on it?
So you'd back up his innocence, just as you're doing now?
If you want me to prove to you that Jeff King is not Dr. Vulcan, we'll go down to that lab right now and start an investigation.
All right.
Hello, Seven. This is Jeff King. I've decided to accept your proposition. I've just completed work on my ultrasonic firing tube, and I'm ready to sell it myself, rather than give Vulcan the pleasure. Don't worry about Science Associates. I'll tell them the experiment was a failure. I'll bring it to the barn at the old Bar H Ranch at 4 o'clock.
Hello, Durkin. You have a job to do at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Jeff isn't Dr. Vulcan himself. He's working for him. Looks like that's all the proof we'll need.
All but nabbing him in the act of selling that firing tube. I'm going to be waiting for them at the barn.
I want to go, too.
All right, but you can't go dressed like that. You drive over to the garage and we'll try and pick up some rougher clothes.
Durkin.
That's right. Surprised?
I'm not surprised at anything Dr. Vulcan does.
Okay. Then hand over the firing tube. Not so fast, Jeff King.
Bert, let me explain to you. Bert, wait a minute. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I did, you traitor. I heard you talking over the telephone in the conference room.
But that was for the benefit of a hidden microphone. That package I gave Durkin contained it.
I know what was in that package.
Stop it. I hate to do this, pal. Now listen to me, Bert. Durkin may be leading us to Vulcan's headquarters. There's a direction finder in that package he took with him.
What?
That's right.
But Durkin also took Glenda with him.
Glenda?
Yes, we thought there was a secret firing tube in that package. She was trying to get it away from Durkin. I saw her get into the plane.
Durkin, calling Dr. Vulcan. Durkin, calling Dr. Vulcan.
This is Dr. Vulcan. Come in, Durkin.
I got that firing tube from Jeff King.
Are you sure he didn't slip you a concealed direction finder? Signals are coming over my radio amplifier.
Stand by, I'll check it. You're right, it was a plant.
Throw it overboard and change your course in case you're being trailed.
Right.
What's the matter?
Either this detector's gone haywire, or Durkin's discovered the direction finder and ditched it.
Then how are we going to know where he's taking Glenda?
You'd better get to the nearest telephone and call the police aeronautics division. Tell them I'll contact their planes by radio if I can relocate Durkin on this.
Right.
You're next, sister.
caught up with me again.
It's getting to be a habit that I'd like to break.
Well, I was only trying to help.
The best thing you can do is help yourself to a ride back to town. The highway's right over there.
And if Bert and Glenda hadn't interfered, we might have known who Dr. Vulcan is by this time.
Jeff, do you really believe that Bert's interference was accidental? After all, as far as I recall, you haven't eliminated him as a suspect.
Bert's been in too many close scrapes with me. He's the last one I'd suspect. But until we know who Dr. Vulcan is, no one's beyond suspicion.
I agree with that.
How's the work coming?
I hope to have the sonic decimator completed before long. I'm getting anxious to see what the sun looks like again, or even the moon.
I can understand how you feel. But with Vulcan still at large, you must remain here in order to safeguard secrets such as these.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. I must remember the importance of our work.
Thank you, Professor. Well, I'll see you shortly. And I hope with better news about our enemy, Dr. Vulcan.
Durkin calling Dr. Vulcan.
Go ahead, Durkin.
I just got back here, but I'd like to take care of that King character right now.
That might be a wise move. From what happened this afternoon, I believe that King and the Rocket Man are one and the same.
Then we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
We might even make it 3.
How do you figure that?
If we put King in a spot where there's trouble and Rocket Man doesn't show up, then we know that King is the Rocket Man.
Yeah, sure, but what's the other gimmick?
There's a new device just completed by Eastern Electronics, which will have to be transported to the lab. At the conference tomorrow, I'll see to it that King is the one.
That hidden microphone must have been put there by a Confederate, someone who had free access to these rooms.
Well, in any event, you've put him out of business by cutting his line of communication.
I believe Vulcan has too many sources of information to be stopped that easily. No, our only protection against him still lies in the maintenance of strictest security.
Well, in that case, we have an immediate problem to discuss.
Go right ahead, Professor.
Well, gentlemen, as you all know, I've just completed assembling the sonotron at Eastern Electronics. It should be brought here immediately for testing.
Well, that's no great problem.
You forget the tremendous value of the sonotron to any foreign power.
Well, why not leave it to King? Ever since we've appointed him our director of security, he's been quite successful in warding off this unseen enemy.
Well, gentlemen, the choice is yours.
Well, I say King.
Agreed.
Thank you. I'll begin making my arrangements immediately. Bert, I'll want you to go along.
Good. What are the arrangements?
Well, I'm not sure yet. But suppose you meet me outside my apartment at 4 o'clock.
Sure thing.
Okay, keep your hands down and your trap shut. Get in your car.
about a cigarette, Durkin?
Okay.
Here's a light. What bright ideas Dr. Vulcan dreamed up this time.
It's bright, all right. 3 birds with 1 stone.
I don't get it.
You will. In fact, King, you're going to work this one out for Dr. Vulcan.
For my dead body.
That's up to you, hero. But when we get to Eastern Electronics, I'm going to be your driver on the truck that moves the Sonotrone. Got it? Better play along, because I got a hunch that Rocket Man ain't going to show up to help you out of this one. Stay out here just in case.
What can I do for you?
I'm Jeff King of Science Associates.
Can I see your credentials?
Yeah, sure.
What about him?
Why, he's my driver.
Okay, it's all set to roll. I'll get a receipt for you to sign.
Thanks. We're gonna hijack the truck. Let me have this and you call the police.
Happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
Getting a new hat for the luncheon, Helen?
What luncheon?
Why, Thelma, don't tell me you've forgotten.
Forgotten? I wasn't even invited. Why, I haven't been invited anywhere for weeks. What's wrong with me anyway?
What's wrong, Helen? Maybe it's your breath. But new Green Mint mouthwash stops oral bad breath 3 ways better than antiseptics. 1, destroys mouth odor itself. even from onions, smoking, telltale beverages, not just germs.
Because green mint contains exclusive chloroquet plus a new mouth sweetener. 2, even mixed with water, green mint has 37% more penetrating power. 3, tastes so good, leaves no antiseptic smell. Yes, with green mint, there's always a happy ending. Your mouth tastes so minty fresh, you know your breath is safe. Used professionally by over 10,000 dentists, green mint stops oral bad breath 3 ways better.
Thanks, Professor. I'm afraid we've lost the sonotron, but at least Vulcan didn't get it.
Well, we can build another. I guess Durkin is still puzzling out who Rocket Man can be.
We're dealing with a more cunning brain than Durkin's, Professor Millard.
It's that cunning brain that's forcing me to hide out in this cave.
If we could only find some weak spot in Dr. Vulcan's armor, some effective way of blocking his schemes and drawing him out into the open.
What if we publicly announced having created the decimator? You know, using it as bait for a trap.
That might work. Vulcan would be bound to try to get it. But we'll have to wait till the machine's finished.
It is finished.
You mean the decimator actually operates without an X-20 relay tube?
On a small scale. First, I thought the thromium waves would escape through the condenser. Actually, I discovered they could be transmitted at reduced strength through a coil resistor.
With what results?
What's this? Know what this is?
I'd say it's manganese steel.
Right. One of the strongest metals known. Now, just wait a minute. What's that steel bar? That sound is the high-frequency thromium waves radiating through the coil resistor. Well, here's what's happened to your manganese steel, Jeff. Surprising, isn't it?
It's not only surprising, Professor, but in the hands of the wrong people, it could be terrifying. Now I have a little surprise for you. I've completed work on the X-22.
Jeff, do you realize what this means? We'll possess the most potent weapon of its kind in existence. Can you bring me the tube tomorrow morning?
Well, I don't know about tomorrow. Vulcan must have figured out that I know Rocket Man. Every move I make may be watched. It might not be wise for me to come here again for a few days.
It's bad enough being cooped up here. To have to stay underground like a mole unable to work, Jeff, I
understand, Professor. Well, I guess the time has come to take Bert and Glenda into our confidence. Jeff King to Millard. Come in, Professor Millard.
This is Millard.
I'm being followed just as we figured might happen. I'm leading whoever it is out into the backcountry on a nice, long, wild goose chase.
What about Bert and Glenda?
They're on their way to the cave in Bert's car. They have the relay tube with them. I gave full instructions for finding him.
Splendid. I'll install the X-22 to the decimator as soon as they arrive.
Right. See you later.
Hello, Durkin. Hello, Durkin.
Durkin speaking.
Jeff King's playing decoy. I just listened in on a radio communication between him and the late Professor Millard.
Millard? But he's dead.
He's very much alive. What's more important, he may be Rocket Man.
Sure. Sure he is. Where's he hiding?
In a cave. Now listen carefully. He's perfected a weapon he once discussed at Science Associates. It's known as a decimator.
What do you want us to do?
Bring Millard and the decimator to me. My directional locator indicates that the cave is in the neighborhood of Hermit Mountain.
We'll find him. Swing around. Hold him here. I'll pick up a couple of the boys and head for Millard's cave.
I can hardly realize you're actually alive, Professor Millard.
I have our friend Jeff King to thank for that. Ah, the X-22. Now we can really put the decimator to a test.
Might be a long wait, pal. Better take the load off your feet.
Yeah. I think I will.
There. With the addition of the X-22, I believe this is one of the most deadly machines ever devised.
Calling Professor Millard. Come in, Millard. Calling Professor Millard. This is Jeff King.
I'll get it.
Don't bother. I'll get it.
Can you hear me, Professor? What's wrong?
King's broken free. We've got to work fast. Tie up those two.
Sit down.
Over here. visit Dr. Vulcan.
The mountain's melting. Through there must be an air shaft. It's jammed. Save Bert and Glenda, they're tied up in the cave.
Rocket Man, where's Professor Millard?
He's all right, but the tunnel's filling with lava.
Hurry, Rocket Man.
Let's try this tunnel. Try this tunnel.
this air shaft, quickly. It'll lead us outside.
All right, King. Now you admit helping Millard create the illusion that he was killed by the explosion in his laboratory several months ago.
Yes. Millard knew it was Vulcan who tried to kill him, so he decided to finish his greatest experiment underground, free from Vulcan's interference. And he did perfect the most devastating weapon known to man.
But what good will that do man? The decimator was destroyed.
That's true. But I worked with Millard on the decimator, and I may be able to reconstruct it with the help of our research notes.
Well, if I can be of any help,
It'd be an honor to help you.
Splendid.
Thank you, gentlemen. But for the moment, I'd rather work alone. If any help is needed, I'll call on you.
You're not going to leave these things in here overnight, are you?
They'll be as safe here as any other place, Bert. This is one of the most heavily guarded buildings in the entire Southwest.
Left 38, twice right 13. Right 31, twice left 19. Left 38, twice right 19. Left 38, right 19. RFD 48 Mink Shoals. RFD 48 Mink Shoals. RFD.
Come by the desk.
RFD 48 Mink Shoals. RFD 48 Mink Shoals.
Von Strum. So you're Dr. Vulcan.
RFD 48 Mink Shoals.
Cut out the double talk. Why have you been murdering our best scientists and stealing their secrets to sell to foreigners?
RFD 48 Mink Shoals.
Quit stalling, Von Strum.
Wait a minute, Bert. I believe this man's under the influence of an hypnotic sedative.
Then maybe he isn't Dr. Vulcan.
I don't think so. But let's hope he knows who Vulcan is. I'll mix an antidote. We'll find out how much he remembers. You better stand by.
Right.
Here, Von Strum.
No. No, Vulcan!
Who is Vulcan? Quickly, Von Strum. Who is Dr. Vulcan?
Vulcan. He's... What? Jeff, how did I get back here?
Back from where?
I don't know. I can't remember. We went to Gramercy's for lunch, all of us, after the meeting. And I don't understand. I was sitting there with a cup of tea and...
But that was hours ago. Can't you recall anything since?
Hours ago?
When you came in here, you were repeating the combination to the safe. But as you were leaving, you kept saying RFD 48. What does that mean?
What does it mean? I don't know.
I think I do. Vulcan induced Von Strum's hypnosis. Gave him orders to steal Professor Millard's papers and deliver them to the address on Mink Shoals.
Do you know where that is?
Yes, a few miles south of here. And I'll find out exactly where RFD 48 is in the morning when the post office opens. I'm going to deliver these papers to Vulcan.
But what about Von Strum?
I think Glenda will let us hide him in her apartment, where he'll be safe from Vulcan, and where you can keep trying to revive his memory.
A good idea. Come on, Professor.
Walk up to the highway and look out for Von Strum. I'll be inside.
Professor Von Strom? Hey, you ain't the professor.
Sign of the professor?
Yes, Von Strom's under guard. I hoped your boss himself would show up at that safe.
What are you talking about, King?
Dr. Vulcan. I want him.
Look around. There's no Dr. Vulcan here.
You know where he is. And you're going to take me to him. Stand up.
King. I'll take you to Vulcan.
All right. Outside. And take it easy.
Hey, Turk, keep him pinned down here. Durkin calling Dr. Vulcan. Durkin calling Dr. Vulcan.
This is Dr. Vulcan. Come in, Durkin.
Your plan backfired. Jeff King showed up instead of Von Strom. He's holding Von Strom someplace.
I know. I've just traced Von Strom to the apartment of Glenda Thomas. We must get rid of him before he recalls what happened to him while he was with us. 2 of my men are on their way now to prevent that. Do you know where Glenda Thomas lives?
Yes. I'll be there in time to take over. Switching off.
Thank you.
Now, you remember the stranger leading you into the shack. Who was waiting inside?
I couldn't see. I remember there were voices, but it's no use, Winslow. I'm tired. I just can't remember.
Try harder, Professor. Was Durkin the stranger's name?
Turk? Yes, I believe that was his name.
Don't move! just prolonged the agony, sister. Rocket Man. Here he comes. Let him have it. You just prolonged the agony, sister. Rocket Man. Here he comes. Let him have it.
Dead. I'm sorry. If I could only have gotten here sooner, I might have prevented this.
Therefore, it is adjudged that death was a homicide committed by a person or persons unknown. Signed, Forthright Coroner's Office.
Those, unfortunately, are the cold facts. Another victim added to Dr. Vulcan's list.
Another sacrifice, King. If you had only enlisted our help, we wouldn't be faced with these cold facts.
I don't see why you or I could have been of much help. But no matter what dangers lie ahead, I'm still willing to trust the King's judgment.
Of course, I'm not blaming you, King, for these unfortunate occurrences. I just thought perhaps we might be of some assistance.
Let's leave it with the understanding, then, that I'll call upon you whenever I feel you can help.
Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, King, how are you getting on with rebuilding the decimator?
Well, it's a difficult task, Doctor, but I hope to have some results soon.
Good, good.
I think he may be very surprised to find out how soon it'll be. By displacing the sonic vibrator, I've been able to reset the safety control.
Now, that's using the old head. It's also good to feel that the decimator is beyond the reach of Dr. Vulcan.
I wish that were true, but it isn't. Before I can start testing, I must work out a protective shield.
What for? Isn't this cave protection enough?
No. The fissionary material used is thromium. It kicks off ultra-radionic waves that are detectable within a radius of 100 miles.
And since I know Millard was using thromium in his experiments, I devised this radionic detector, sensitive enough to pierce the most powerful shield.
I get the general idea. By using this gadget, I can locate the hiding place where King is working on a decimator.
Precisely. Look here. This dial will be your guide. 0 point indicating when you are in the area.
Looks like a cinch.
Up to a point, Durkin. However, I'm sure King has protected his workshop with some warning device.
So I just barge in and...
You'll use force only as a last resort.
Okay. What have you got in mind?
Take a motorcycle with you, on the truck.
Motorcycle?
Yes. And after you locate the hideout...
Slow down a little. Hold it. Down that side road to the left. All right, pull up behind those trees. That's the place we want. Pull up there and stop. All right, fellas, get out the motorcycle.
Well, we're all set. Someone's at the entrance. Well, that takes care of him.
I'd feel much better if we'd had a chance to talk to the guy first.
Yes, that would have helped. But the camera we conceal at the entrance might lead us somewhere.
By George, you're right. His photo might be an even better clue for us.
Let's get back and see what we got.
Right. The decimator, it's gone. I don't get it. That guy on the motorcycle.
The oldest gag in the world. He was a decoy to get us away from here.
And we really fell for it.
Well, we better find out who our visitors were.
But won't it take too long to get a print?
No, this camera takes a positive picture. We can get a photo without a negative in a couple of minutes. Bring me that test box, will you? Look at this.
What's so surprising about seeing Durkin?
No, not him, the truck. It must still be in the vicinity, and a police blockade could trap it. Emergency. Calling Highway Patrol. Emergency.
Highway Patrol answering.
This is King of Science Associates. A valuable piece of equipment has been stolen in a truck license 24368. Looks to be about a 3-ton truck, stake body, covered with a tarp.
We'll spread a dragnet.
From the police report I picked up, they've got a full description of the truck.
I'll run through them.
We'll do nothing of the kind. Head for Saddle Pass, where Phillips will meet you.
Yeah, right. Head for Saddle Pass.
We should hear something pretty soon.
Or start building a counter weapon.
Highway Patrol calling King.
Come in.
Our patrol has just located your truck moving along Abbey Road toward Saddle Pass.
Great. I'll take it from here. You stay here in case I need a contact.
What can you do alone?
I have a fair idea.
Here's the detonator. Okay. Help him move the decimator. I'll set this up.
Okay. Set to go.
So will this be. 10 seconds after the first guy sets foot in here. What Dr. Vulcan said, it'll either be Jeff King or Rocket Man. Get the car turned around.
All right.
truck's about to blow. Let's get out of here. Back to the car. Jeff.
Oh, you.
You're Rocket Man.
Yes. I guess this had to happen.
I should have guessed it before. But why did you hide all this from me?
Professor Millard and I thought it wiser not to tell anyone. We felt the fewer people who knew, the better chance we'd have to unmask Dr. Vulcan.
Then that is Millard's invention.
Yes. Shortly after he established himself in that cave to escape Dr. Vulcan, I found out he perfected the flying suit and volunteered to test it for him.
Well, here it is. I hope it works.
We'll soon know. I'll take it with me and test it for you.
Well, stay close to the ground for the first few flights. There still may be a few adjustments to be made.
Right. By the way, the professor's elected me to move the new rocket to the proving grounds for testing.
Oh, well, be careful, Jeff. That's the kind of thing that Dr. Vulcan could sell to a foreign nation for a fortune.
Yes, if personal gain is the motive behind Vulcan, but we're not sure of that. In any event, I've had the demonstration model loaded aboard an unmarked truck. It's being kept under armed guard in a small warehouse in town. I feel sure Dr. Vulcan has no idea where it is.
I hope you're right.
I'll let you know about the tests.
That warehouse was where Glenda and I were to meet you.
Yes. I had everything set. Then somehow Dr. Vulcan learned of my plans. How's everything?
Just fine. Truck's ready and waiting for you.
Good.
We'll take care of him. Get that truck.
I realized the rocket suit was an untried experiment, but with it, I stood an outside chance of overtaking that truck.
Glenda and I saw you flying away, but we had no idea who it was. Then what happened, Jeff?
I actually spotted the truck from the air.
What's that? Hey, what's going on back there?
torpedo lands in any populated area, you'll be guilty of mass murder.
Explosion concussion was pure luck.
I'll bet you got another scare when you learned Glenda had snapped your picture as Rocket Man.
I was even more afraid when Dr. Vulcan learned of it and sent Durkin to her apartment. He stole the negative and escaped, but Glenda went after him.
And you went after her?
Yes, as Rocket Man. Durkin escaped with that microfilm, but later it was destroyed, so Vulcan never succeeded in using it.
It all adds up to the fact that someone who's been seated at our conference table is behind all this.
Leaving us for the moment with a choice of either Bryant or Graffner.
We'll nail one of them sooner or later.
It'd better be sooner. With that decimator in Dr. Vulcan's hands, his power for evil is unlimited.
Couldn't we trace the machine through its thromium rays?
Not if Vulcan is smart enough to develop a device for screening the wave emanations.
Looks like we're licked.
It only looks like it. I'm conducting an investigation that should tell us very shortly which of the two men is Dr. Vulcan.
Jeff King knows I have the decimator, and he'll bend every effort to find it before I can cash in on its value. There is only one answer. Jeff King must die.
Yes, but how? We've already tried a dozen ways to kill him.
There's one way we haven't tried. I'll arrange for King to be called into town. I want you to...
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Glenda.
Where are you going?
Into town to meet Professor Moore. He phoned that he wanted to see me on a matter of vital importance.
You're not going to town with that.
No, I guess not.
Never mind, we'll run you into town in my car.
Oh, thanks anyway, but I'll take this cab. Taxi? Bye. Oasis Hotel.
Don't waste your time, King. Those doors can be unlocked only from the outside. Like your late colleagues, you have finally been lured into a position from which there is no escape. I'm driving your cab by remote control, watching you take your last ride. Even Rocket Man cannot help you now.
Hotel.
Come on.
Don't waste your time, King. Those doors can be unlocked only from the outside. I'm driving your cab by remote control, watching you take your last ride.
Drive alongside as close as you can.
Get him to the hospital, quick.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll be all right in a minute. It's powerful stuff.
It's a lucky thing Glenda saw that driver scoot out while the cab was still underway.
Yes.
Or the Vulcan would have added one more to his list of victims. Quite a contraption. Gas chamber on wheels.
Oh, yes. Our opposition, no doubt, is quite cunning. I have an idea this time he may have overplayed his hand.
How so?
Clues, Bert. Clues.
Are you sure that gas didn't affect you?
Not at all. I've got a hunch it may have a disastrous effect on Dr. Vulcan.
In what way?
Fortunately for us, Dr. Vulcan was very obvious. The first whiff I got of that gas, I knew it was fumanol.
Fumanol? Why, I thought that was used as a rocket fuel.
Yes, it is. But in its vaporized form, it's a deadly gas.
Well, where does that lead us?
Right back to the lab, where we can find out from what manufacturer that chemical was ordered, and then we'll pay them a visit.
That guy has more lives than 9 cats.
Worse than that, he has the clue to my identity.
You mean just because he knows what kind of gas it was?
I made the mistake of putting through a personal order for the chemical used in the cab.
Then you think he can trace that chemical to where it was manufactured?
I've no doubt about it. And even though it is on the other side of town, you may still get there ahead of him and destroy the purchase record of Fumanol.
Don't worry, he won't get anything that'll hurt us. Where is the place?
It's the Hutter Chemical Company at 8th and Hill Streets.
Okay.
I've got it, Jeff. That's it, all right. Hutter Chemical Company, 8th and Hill. And if our luck carries, we'll know who Dr. Vulcan is very shortly.
Right.
We won't be very long.
All right.
Risking our necks to get to my car. We'll use that truck. You drive, and I'll cover you from the back. Vulcan? Durkin calling.
Yes?
I got those invoices away from Jeff King and destroyed them.
Excellent, Durkin. Excellent.
But I was also forced to take that Winslow character along.
Bert Winslow?
Yeah. Shall I dump him?
No, no. He can be of great use to us.
What for?
Live bait for our friend King. We must get rid of him before we can use the decimator.
What makes you think he'll fall for the bait?
Just bring Winslow here. I'll guarantee the King will come too.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Glenda.
Any news about Bert?
Not a word.
Don't you think we should notify the police?
King speaking.
This is Dr. Vulcan.
Vulcan? What is this, a hoax?
It concerns the welfare of your friend Winslow. And I would like to arrange for his return to you.
I see. On what terms?
We can discuss those if you come to 212 Beverly Street at 4. Alone, you understand, if you value your friend's life.
But how can I be sure Bert is still alive?
You will see him in the window at 5 minutes to 4. Remember, come alone. You will be watched.
Bert's life, for whatever fantastic demand Vulcan can think up.
How can you trust him to stick to any deal? He'd just as soon kill both of you.
I don't trust him. The only thing I can do is try to outsmart him.
How?
By getting there ahead of the time set for the appointment.
Be careful.
I will.
Careful with that photo, Sal. It's alive now.
I don't like being around this electrical stuff very much.
Neither will our visitor. Jeff King should get quite a shock when he walks through that door. Guess it works. You can call Dr. Vulcan now.
Go ahead, Durkin. Draw your gun. Now throw it away. Sit down. We'll wait for Dr. Vulcan.
Why wait? I'm right here.
Bryant. So you're Dr. Vulcan?
Yes, Dr. Vulcan. A bizarre name, but it's what I stand for. Power. The power of steel forged into what I believe is right.
Sure. The right of a criminal to steal. The right of a traitor to betray his country. The right of a warped mind that works toward the destruction of peace.
Now, you've had your say, Mr. Rocket Man, whoever you are. But they're the last words you will ever utter. You came here to save your friend, Jeff King. But instead, you will precede him into eternity. Now, back up, right through that door. Back up!
Bryant. So you're Dr. Vulcan?
Yes, Dr. Vulcan. A bizarre name, but it's what I stand for. Power. The power of steel forged into what I believe is right.
The right of a warped mind that works toward the destruction of peace.
Now, you've had your say, Mr. Rocket Man, whoever you are. But they're the last words you will ever utter. You came here to save your friend, Jeff King. But instead, you will precede him into eternity. Now, back up, right through that door. Back up!
Telephone a description of Bryant to the police and ask them to spread a dragnet. Meanwhile, we better search for Millard's decimator.
Bryant's already shipped it. I heard him discussing some fantastic extortion plot involving the city of New York.
That sounds like Vulcan, all right. Bert, look around for some clue as to what his plans might be.
Right. I'm afraid we're too late. Here's a receipt for a plane Durkin rented this morning.
All right. Thank you, Captain. Two men answering the descriptions of Bryant and Durkin took off in a small cabin plane almost an hour ago.
New York should be warned that Bryant may use the decimator in his extortion plot.
I can still beat Bryant in an airliner.
Not without me.
Nor me. This could be the scoop of my career.
Let's go. I have actually seen the sonic decimator begin to turn a mountain of stone into a sea of molten lava.
Well, there are many mountains of stone standing in New York City. And on your recommendation, the finest police force in the land has been covering every point of entry for 3 hours, even though I still believe it's a hoax.
Excuse me, sir. This just arrived by special delivery.
Perhaps you weren't unduly alarmed. Listen to this. Yours is the wealthiest city in the world. I want that wealth. If you fail to meet my billion-dollar ransom demand by Wednesday at 2 p.m., I will destroy New York City. Announce your decision by radio broadcast, and you will receive instructions for delivery of the ransom. It's signed, Dr. Vulcan. Oh, the man's a maniac.
Yes, but a very dangerous maniac, sir. Perhaps you should broadcast an offer to compromise.
Compromise? Place the greatest city in the world in the hands of one murdering blackmailer? Never. Telephone the police commissioner. Tell him to call out all reserves and volunteers. I want them to comb every neighborhood, every building, every room in this city. I want them to find this madman who calls himself Dr. Vulcan.
Jeff King probably has every cop in the country looking for us by now.
They won't find us on Fisherman's Island.
Just where is this Fisherman's Island?
Oh, about 300 miles off New York Harbor.
Still can't figure out how you're going to use the decimator. You say it only has a range of 200 miles?
Yes.
Well, New York is 300 miles away.
Come, Durkin. Look at this chart. There on the ocean floor, midway between here and New York Harbor, lies the great Amsterdam Fort, a volcanic fissure opening into the subterranean fires miles below the city of New York. Now, erosion has sealed up this vent, but the decimator,
when trained upon it, will smash through and bring about the worst earthquake and tidal wave in the history of America. Unless my ransom demands are met by 2 o'clock today.
Nearly half the city covered, not a single lead to Dr. Vulcan or the decimator.
And it's almost 2 o'clock.
My detector hasn't picked up any thromium impulses. If the decimator is beyond its range of 250 miles, I don't think Bryant can inflict any serious damage.
Well, I certainly hope you're right.
It's 2 o'clock. The time is up.
Yes? What? The Naval Observatory? Stand by for orders. The Naval Observatory is reporting sudden giant waves moving in on the harbor from approximately 300 miles southeast of here. Why, they'd no warning whatsoever. Do you think Millard's decimator could cause a thing like... What was that?
It felt like an earth tremor. Let's have a look at the chart. The Amsterdam Fault. That's between here and Fisherman's Island. And I'll bet that's where Vulcan has the decimator. I advise you to order the evacuation of the city immediately and tell them to begin with the harbor district.
All citizens, attention. New York City must be evacuated at once. Proceed in an orderly manner toward the Westchester Hills. All members of the police and fire departments on leave or off duty will report immediately to their precinct and company commands. This is urgent.
What's the delay? Why don't they put me on the air?
They're trying to clear a channel for you. Some of the relays have been disrupted.
They've got to put me through. This appeal to Dr. Vulcan may be our last chance to save the city.
The rocket suit's downstairs in my car. I'm going to fly to Fisherman's Island. And if Bryant is there, I'll try a little personal persuasion.
It might work, Jeff. Nothing else will.
Bert, you better stand watch here.
Right, Jeff. Stand by. You're on in 10 seconds.
It's dead.
You can't even pay Vulcan to stop now.
There's only one hope. A squadron of bombers from the Army Air Base may be able to blast Fisherman's Island right off the map. It's a good thing I had the foresight to send those bombers to destroy the decimator.
But what about Rocket Man? Doesn't he deserve some credit?
What's that?
He was just wondering if Rocket Man would remain with us now that Professor Bryant has paid for his crimes.
Well, I certainly hope so. But what has that got to do with what I was talking about?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, then, as I was saying, this fine administration will see New York City rebuilt into the greatest, the most wonderful, the finest city the world has ever known.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.